Lil Pump has released a brand new song called Multimillionaire, and he brought Lil-Uzi-Vert to help him make the song even better.
If you rich, put your bust down in the air.
Between these two brash singers, a lot of hidden meaning can be found, so make sure to stay tuned throughout the video to not miss a single thing. Be on the lookout for the new giveaways we have going on, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Number 5. Not their first collaborations. Going outside of the song for a bit. And it should be noted that Lil Pump has been making a lot of waves recently, not just because of his songs, but because of the people he's singing those songs with. Case in point, the last time you probably heard about Lil Pump in regards of one of his songs was teaming up with Kanye West with the song I Love It.
All this water on my neck look like I fell when I went fishing.
Granted, this time he's a little more in the lead and not in a giant weird suit that you can see in the music video, but he is there. I Love It was just one of those songs where you can't help but wonder if they were high on something when they wrote it, made the music video, and then performed it at a certain award show. It was weird beyond measure, and yet it got him and Kanye praise and acclaim for one reason or another. No doubt this led him wanting to do another team up, this time with Lil-Uzi-Vert. Lil-Uzi-Vert has had his own collaborations recently, and has teamed up with several other artists during his career, including Playboi Carti, Migos, DJ Esco, and Future.
Up in the limb, have a drag race. I let them birds take a bath, babe. Raindrop.
What this shows is that the two are not afraid to team up with other artists to make hits. This sometimes isn't said, but many artists prefer to have the limelight themselves, and only after certain big hits, they're not concerned about another person taking their spotlight. So for them to continually team up with other artists, for one reason or another, is a big deal. And the results speak for themselves, as Multimillionaire, the audio track, has over 1 million views on YouTube at the time of this breakdown was written, and has no doubt a lot more upon your viewing off this video.
Millionaire. If you rich, put your bust down in the air.
Whether the future holds more collaborations for the two is up to them. But at the very least, they know they can do it over and over again, and get hits as a result. Number 4. Ode to Danny. Despite what some people think about the music industry, there are tons of people who go into making a single song. It's easy just to think about the person writing the lyrics and then the person making the beat go with the lyrics, or vice versa, but it has so much more than that, especially in today's world of music. It's a team effort to make a hit song, or at the very least, a complete song. It takes editors, producers, sound mixers, and of course the singer and the music maker. Depending on your skills, you can just about do it yourself, and many do. But any artist in any medium knows when it comes to making something great, you almost always seek advice from others, for they won't be biased against you. What does this have to do with Multimillionaire? Well, in the open parts of the song, you hear Lil Pump sing, "Danny, I see you."
Huh? Ooh, multimillionaire.
So, who is Danny? Danny is Danny Wolf, a music producer of some acclaim. In fact, he has had hit songs with 3 different musical artists, including Lil Pump, and the other 2 are Ugly God and Lil Xan. Adding to his acclaim is the fact that during one Ugly God song he worked on, Water, hit 40 million views on YouTube.
Water on my I keep it wet like my cell phone.
And that was not his only hit as a producer. What's more, Danny Wolf is the producer on Multimillionaire, along with Hanzo, not the one from Overwatch, and Dylan. But since he only mentioned Danny in the song, you can take that as he has the most respect for Danny in terms of his producer skills. He didn't have to shout out, but he did. Which goes to show not just the respect Lil Pump has with Danny, but the trust he has in him to make his music even better. As noted, he's worked with Lil Pump on several different songs, including this one. In this business, if you don't trust someone to make your music, it's honestly not that hard to find somebody else to do it. So by shouting out Danny, he's acknowledging all he has done for his songs over the time they've worked together. And it's not a stretch to think that if Multimillionaire becomes a big hit, they'll work together again. All this goes to show that even for a guy who is brash and sometimes vulgar, as Lil Pump, he knows he can't do it all on his own. He needs a team. He needs people he can trust to make the music truly great, truly special, or make suggestions he wouldn't do on his own. Guys like Danny Wolf, Hanzo, Dylan, Lil-Uzi-Vert, and more are that to him. That's to be commended. And this knowledge of teamwork working on this level will help him as time goes on. And it'll help him make even better songs down the road. Number 3. Shout out to all the multimillionaires, whether they'd want to admit it or not. Anyone who gets into the business of making entertainment has 2 goals. 1. To be famous for what they do, which if you think about it, don't we all want to be famous for what we do in some form or another? The other thing that everyone wants to do is number 2, make a lot of money for what they do. Again, don't we all want to make a lot of money off our own works? Yet when we see millionaires and multimillionaires, we can't help but ooh and ah because they did what we couldn't. Unless You at Home Are a Millionaire, in which props to you. And in Multimillionaire, Pump happily shouts out to every single multimillionaire in the world. Why? Because he is one. And he wants to make that very, very clear.
If you rich, put your bust down.
It didn't start out that way. In fact, Lil Pump is only 18 years old, which makes the fact that he is a multimillionaire all the more impressive. Yet again, he didn't start out that way. His career began when he started to make songs and release them onto SoundCloud. His songs got really popular there. How popular? Well, in total, he got about 100 million streams of his songs. This is an incredible amount. Yet by 2016, he was only worth about 400,000, give or take. But then he released his song Gucci Gang.
Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang.
His most popular song to date. This exploded on YouTube, getting over 400 million views, which even for YouTube is a ton of views, and earned Lil Pump a lot of money. By that point, Warner Brother Records reached out to him and signed him to a multi-million-dollar deal. In 2017, he was worth about $4.5 million.
Reincarnated in the Bulldog expression. This is flooded with diamonds. I got baguettes in the eyes and the teeth.
And now in 2018, he's about $6.5 million. Given the songs he's been making and the waves he's been creating, it's not unreasonable to think that he's going to be worth even more as time goes on, which is fine by him. That's why he's shouting out to all the multimillionaires out there in the world, because more often than not, they earn their money that they have, just like him. And he wants them to know that he's just as rich as them, to an extent, and that he has the ability to do what he wants with that money. Number 2, what to do with the money you make. If there's one thing that Lil Pump makes clear in Multimillionaire, it's that he thinks he can do a lot of things with his money, both simply and not so simply, rebellious, ridiculous, and everything in between. But hey, given what he did in I Love That, it's not really that surprising, right? For example, one of the first things he sings about in the song is, I just got 30 pints shipped through the mail. 30.
Put your bust down in a L. Bust down. I just got 30 pints shipped through the mail. 30.
Now, clearly he's talking about getting shipped some alcohol because of the use of pints. But the real catch here is that he ordered 30 of them through the mail. You might have not realized that you can get drinks like that through the mail, but it's just expensive. And it's not always the safest option because of the transit and such. But for a guy as rich as Lil Pump or even Uzi-Vert, who for the record is worth $3.1 million roughly, it's not really an issue. In fact, it's an anti-issue. Why would they care about shipping cost when their music is making them hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars? Pay for it, who cares? What's money for anyway? But the two don't stop there. Oh no, they're just getting started. For they sing about everything that their money can get them. It can get them women, both single and taken, and they can use that money to take said women on trips all over the world. Lil-Uzi-Vert mentions taking them on trips to London or Dublin, and no doubt they're flying first class. Or how about when they're riding around on the ground? Lil-Uzi-Vert mentions that he can get a Bentley in order to shuttle all the stuff he buys. Granted, not all Bentleys are expensive, but given the style and the preference of Lil-Uzi-Vert, it goes to reason that he wants a top-of-the-line, fully customizable Bentley to call his own. Those run at a minimum of $130,000, and that's before all of the custom stuff. But again, they're multimillionaires, so they can afford it. Or if they need to impress their women even more, they can buy them expensive clothing to really make them shine. Ooh, Gucci coat over Montclair. Gucci is, of course, one of the finest clothing brands in the world today, and Montclair isn't far behind. Both are top-tier brands, and they cost a lot because of it. We're talking from hundreds to many thousands depending on what you're getting. But why do they care? They can afford it. And it's not even to impress people at all times. Sometimes it's just to make themselves happy. And I got hungry for some Wingstop, so I took a flight. That's right, Lil Pump got hungry for something that's not near him, so he booked a flight just so he can go eat at one particular place. That's money power, ladies and gentlemen. Number 1, love that money. If there's one thing that both Lil Pump and Uzi made very clear in Multimillionaires is that they love their money. Whether it be because of the things they buy or use it on, or just because it's a symbol of how far they've come in their lives, they love it. And it's hard to blame them for that, even if they want to use their money for questionable things. After all, when you have all that money, you want to relish it, enjoy it, feel the power it gives you. And that's what they're doing. For the better or worse. Should a music video come out for this song, you bet it'll feature a lot of high-priced objects, a lot of women, and a lot of money being shown. Not just because of the song lyrics, but just because of how these two roll. What did you think of this breakdown of Multimillionaire by Lil Pump and Uzi-Vert? Do you find a new appreciation for the song? What do you think was the best part of either the song or lyrics? Did you see something that I might have missed? Or have a better interpretation of one of the lyrics? Let me know in the comments down below. And be ready for the next video where I break down more rap songs. Hey, just a reminder that we're changing up the giveaways. From now on, we're offering the Galaxy Note 9, the one that comes with the exclusive Fortnite skin, the new iPhone X Max, which we'll pre-order for you, and the new Apple Watch Series 4, which we'll also pre-order for you. The winner gets to decide between these three. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, drop a like, and comment the hidden message in the video for a chance to win. You got nothing to lose. Go for it.